Hello everyone, my name is Marina and here I am today with more iOS 17 and WatchOS 10 information and new renders. But before we get started, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this type of content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Set app is an incredible cross-platform suite which gives you access to over 200 iOS and macOS applications without any additional cost. You only need to pay for your subscription and choose the apps that you would like to use. Now, a great benefit is that you can start a free trial when you use my affiliate link listed down below in the description. So starting off, Mark Gurman shares his newsletter weekly, and this week he's talking about WatchOS 10 and of course the WWDC. So he said that Apple is going to upgrade its watch operating system with new focus on widgets. We did see previously that Apple was planning on releasing a big overhaul to WatchOS 10, but we didn't have a lot of information about what was actually coming. So right now we do have a little bit more. So Mark Gurman did explain a little bit more about the widgets and how they would work. He said that when the company launched the original Apple Watch in 2015, WatchOS was built around four main areas: the watch faces, a widgets interface called glances, the home screen filled with app icons, and an area to access frequent contacts. Within a few years, Apple adjusted the strategy, ditching widgets and frequently contacts in favor of highlighting notifications and multitasking capabilities, which I do love, and I do like how my Apple Watch currently works. I always say that the main things that I love about my Apple Watch is actually the ability to receive notifications, because I don't have to be constantly picking up my iPhone, and I love being able to monitor my workouts. This was actually the main reason why I purchased my first Apple Watch in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. It was the Apple Watch Series 3. Now I'm using the Apple Watch Series 8, and this is the 45mm option. But now talking about the new things that are coming, he said that now Apple is trying something different. As part of WatchOS 10, the company is planning to bring back widgets and make them a central part of the interface. This new strategy will debut at WWDC in June, which, don't forget, WWDC is going to take place from June 5th to June 9th, and the keynote will be on June 5th. So it will debut at the WWDC alongside the unveiling of iOS 17. We will also check new renders in a minute, macOS 14, and the 15-inch MacBook Air. Of course, the mixed reality headset that I'm not sure why, but I'm not that excited about at this moment. So let me know if you are excited about the mixed reality headset, because I'm actually more excited about the 15-inch MacBook Air, and I will be talking a little bit more about this in a minute as well. Now, talking about how the new widgets are going to work, Mark Gurman did say that it's going to be a combination of glances and the widgets that were introduced in iOS 14 on the iPhone. The plan is to let users scroll through a series of different widgets for activity tracking, weather, stock tickers, calendar appointments, and more, rather than having them launch apps. Now, of course, he did post something to show us how the new widgets were going to look like. And here it is. So as you can see, this is switching between batteries, calendar, stocks, clock, weather, and the users will have the ability to choose which widgets that are visible or not. But I'm pretty sure that you've heard about widgets coming to WatchOS 10 before this video. If you didn't, it's okay as well. But there is a user on Twitter called Analyst 941 that has been posting a lot of leaks about iOS 17, WatchOS 10, and more. And he recently posted new renders showing us new features coming to WatchOS 10 and iOS 17. And the first one is talking about widgets, of course. And here on the right, we can see the weather widget. It looks pretty good on the Apple Watch. And there's also a new view for the applications. Currently, you have the ability to choose between two different views, grid view and list view on the Apple Watch. Some users do not like the option to use the list view. I'm one of those. I prefer grid view, which is this one, but sometimes I would like to have a cleaner option, an easier option, something that would allow me to find an application quicker. And I believe that this view would definitely work like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing and learning more about it. Here we have another example posted by Apple Hub. On the left, we have the widgets, and on the right, we have this new view. Now, talking about iOS 17, I'm not sure about you, but I'm looking forward to learning what's next. And we have the new renders that I mentioned right here. So Analyst 941 did start off with iOS 17 wallpaper grid. So according to him, there will be an all-new grid view showing 9 or more wallpapers at once. So as you can see right here, you have 9 wallpapers, and you will have the option to delete wallpapers quickly within the grid view, rearrange the order of wallpapers in grid view, and share or duplicate wallpapers by swiping up in single view. So something that I really like is that Apple may include the option to share lock screens. So if you create a lock screen that all of your friends love, you will probably have the ability to simply airdrop your lock screen to your friends, which is really cool. And I know that a lot of you have insanely nice lock screens. Mine is okay. My cat is right here and he is perfect. So I do love my lock screen, but I know that some of you use like different wallpapers with that show like a different transition to the clock and things like this. So of course, sharing wallpapers, this is incredible. And this new option to rearrange, share, or duplicate will of course improve the user experience. So definitely something to look forward to. But that's not the only thing coming to iOS 17. And don't forget that I already have a full video here on the channel talking about iOS 17 leaks, so make sure to watch that as well in case you haven't seen it yet. But here we have another render, and here is the Health app. He said that this is the iOS 17 Health app favorites redesign. In the previous video, we did talk about how the health application has great data, but the application itself does not have a great interface. At least this is what I think. So we would have a dedicated favorites tab, which I love. So he said, imagine colored graphs, tables, etc. filled with data inside each section. I do love this, and I love the ability to have one dedicated tab for the favorites. Currently, we do have a dedicated tab, but I did show this to you previously. It simply does not look the best. You have your favorites right here at the top, but it's not really easy to navigate here on the health application. So I'm looking forward to the changes, Apple. I can't wait. 4 weeks. We have to start a countdown. 4 weeks left. And this is iOS 17's wallet app. So a redesign for the wallet as well. He listed a few features: swipe down to search anywhere, sorted tabs for everything, Apple Cash Savings gets its own tab, new All Transactions button, and much more not pictured. He shared that he's sharing more info soon, and if you have Twitter, definitely follow Analyst941 because he has been sharing a lot of information about the new iOS, watchOS, and more. It's very interesting to see what he's what he's posting, and I don't know, I'm just very excited. I'm never that excited with new iOSs and watchOSs, macOSs, but this time, for some reason, I am. And last but not least, I know that on the intro, I said that we were going to talk about iOS 17 and watchOS 10, but we cannot forget that the 15-inch MacBook Air may be announced at the WWDC. We previously talked about this, and this new MacBook Air is probably going to be the same as the 13-inch MacBook Air, but bigger. So it's likely going to be powered by the M2 processor. The M3 is probably going to be released towards the end of the year, so we will have to wait for that. But M2 15-inch MacBook Air, I'm sure it will look great, just like the 13-inch MacBook Air. I love this MacBook so much. I do have a review here on the channel, so make sure to watch it if you haven't watched it yet. But if they actually release a 15-inch version, I will definitely consider purchasing it. And of course, alongside the 15-inch MacBook Air, Apple is going to announce iOS 17, iPadOS 17, tvOS 17, watchOS 10, macOS 14, and of course, the long-rumored AR/VR headset that may be called Reality Pro. We're not sure yet how it's going to be called. But don't forget that I have other videos here on the channel talking about all of the upcoming devices and iOS 17, watchOS 10, and more. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.